Angie said the same thing.
Yeah.
She set a rule when we first started dating.
Uh-huh.
She said to me, "You can't have a shovel ass," which is like a flat.
See,
All right, Cutler Cast, episode 21. And, man, we have someone super special in the house right now. You know what's funny? Yarishna. Everyone knows you as just a one name. There's only a few iconic people like Arnold, you know, these kind of people. Everyone knows you by only your first name. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're very, very happy to have you in the house, and especially as you're preparing for a major competition right now. You've had great success, and we're going to talk a lot about your career, but we want to welcome you to the Cutler Cast.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for the invitation.
Move that a little closer.
And
I was just going to say, how many other people can only you say their first name and you
that's
know
what
who
I'm
it is?
saying, man. It's like
Arnold,
iconic.
who else?
You're going to go down in history of like, I mean, you don't have to say anything else. Like, I wish I can't even say like Jay, you know, like it's like people still like, oh, Jay Cutler, you know.
Yeah, Jay Cutler.
So
And then when they say your name, some people think it's the football player.
Yeah, of course. So it's you know, it's pretty amazing. You know, obviously I've seen your career for quite some time, and you're coming up super, super strong, not only on the competition scene, but on social media. Like you're one of the big people on social media. What's that feel like? Is it expected? I mean, we're going to get into your background a little bit, but you know, you're really, really great on social media, like staying active. And what I noticed for me is like anytime I post something, I notice your engagement. You're always commenting and you always get back to your people. Like, so if you do a post, you're always conversational with all your people, which is amazing. Not every top caliber person does that. How much time and effort does that take you?
And I think that is the reason that, you know, the engagement. And I post a lot of my training. So when I start post videos about my trainings, too much people start to follow me. Mm-hmm. So this is the first reason. Then I like to respond my fans, the comments. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I tell my husband, babe, it's too hard for me. You know, because sometimes you have a crazy day. So
I know, but
try always to respond.
It's hard. Like you can't say, okay, I'm going to answer my messages only from like 7 to 8 at night, right? It's like all day long.
All day, yeah. It's just when I have time. Okay, let me answer whatever, like 10 or 15, and then when I have more time, I'm doing more.
So how many hours a day do you spend on social media?
I'd love to see your screen time on your phone.
At some point, we're going to cut this in. We're going to get a screenshot of how many hours you put, and we're going to post it online.
Yeah, I think a lot.
All right,
it's like
so
a full-time job.
Let's get a little bit into the background. I mean, you're from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
One of my favorite places to visit. Yay. I've been several times, and I think we met for the first time in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico, yes.
And it was 2017, Angie, right? Okay, so 2017, tell me what it was like growing up there.
Puerto Rico, la isla del encanto. I miss a lot Puerto Rico. Because I have all my family, my twin sister, my other brothers.
They all live there.
Yeah, everybody lived there, inclusive that my husband, everybody live in Puerto Rico. So, okay, but continue to Puerto Rico. I started in Puerto Rico and competing in Puerto Rico and the NPC shows here. I started in the sports. I started with soccer and track and field.
So you're an athlete always.
Yeah, always. All my life.
How good were you?
Good. Really good.
Like how good?
Really good.
Did you win like awards? Did you?
Yeah, yo era becada. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Like becada en la universidad. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
National team.
Yes. So I start in the sports. Then I know not too many people I have a twin sister. So I start dancing salsa with my twin sister in Puerto Rico.
What age? What age you start?
Like 10 years ago. Like like 15 years.
15 years old.
Yes.
Wow.
I started dancing.
And she started with you
Yeah.
at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time. I think this is the because too many people dance, but two sisters, like identical twin sisters, dancing is a plus.
Of course.
So
Who's better?
Me. So I start with my twin sister dancing in Congress and everything. And then in one Congress in Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rico Salsa Congress, this day, some people for the Que Viva de Cosen, the reality show, just see me and my sister doing the show, and just, I don't know if you like come to a reality show with J-Lo and Mark Anthony, and me like, really? Yeah,
J-Mac, can you show some of the reality show she was talking about?
So yeah, just tell me.
And where was this? Where was this show?
In Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
No.
Miami?
No, in Los Angeles.
Okay, Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, recording everything
Okay,
in
yeah.
Los Angeles. But first, doing the audition in Puerto Rico with, I don't know, somebody. And when my sister and me come to that room, Mark Anthony is just here, like that. And me, oh my God. I forgot that everything.
Yeah, see, Mark Anthony's huge in your culture, right? I mean, Angie.
Yeah.
Angie and I talk about this all the time. Like,
so I am super big fan for Mark Anthony. So when I see Mark Anthony, it's like
Starstruck.
My God, you doing the audition? And me like, oh my God. But
Was that audition filmed?
yes,
Everything. Wow.
yeah, everything. So I'm doing the audition, pass to the another call out in Los Angeles, and here recording everything.
Wow.
And when I finished that reality show in the best moment in our life, my sister and me, she got pregnant. So
no more
yeah,
dancing.
No more dancing together. And in this moment, I just asked me, what are you doing now, Yarishna? Because all life, I doing everything with my sister. So it's like hard. So my training in this time just tell me about, why you not competing bikini? And me like, I don't know. I don't like too much. This girl look like a man. You know, the stereotypes of everybody.
but you're in good, like, I'm looking at the film and you're
Really
you
good
have
shape.
a physique because obviously you did track, right? And,
Yes.
I mean, you have some sort of leg development. I mean, that's what I'm sure kind of built your lower body too, right? I mean, genetically, we talked about your genetics, like limited weights, which I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because that's it's gonna disappoint a lot of people here. Like, I can't work out too much, right?
Yeah.
So you had a good physique, and that's probably why the encouragement was, hey, you should check out these bikini competitions, right?
So in this moment, I tell him, okay, I try just one time, just for you. If I don't like, I not compete more. I doing the first show in, I think Mr. Puerto Rico.
What year is this?
I won everything, the overall.
When was it? 2012. Okay,
Yeah.
pretty early. Yeah.
Mr. Puerto Rico, and
That's
then
10 years ago.
So you're really young
yeah,
then.
yeah, really young. Like,
Wow.
¿cuántos yo tenía? Como 18.
18. Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm doing like 3 more shows in Puerto Rico. I won everything. I doing the Mr. Oh my God. ¿Cómo se llama los centroamericanos y del Caribe?
Okay.
For the first time doing this competition in Puerto Rico. So I doing that. And then I finally decide to come to U.S. for my pro car. Everybody just dream with that. So I doing a NPC show in New York. I placed 4. Then I going just 1 week later to
Junior
nationals in Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
In this time, I don't speak nothing, not English.
No English.
Nothing. And I come into this show alone because it's last time, decision. So I am too young and I feel like I am in the airport and everybody asks me something and me like.
You don't say anything. You
Yes,
don't know what they're saying.
No. But I don't understand nothing. So.
So let me ask you. So mandatory, like quarter turn to the
Oh
right.
my God. When I'm doing that.
Did you know though? Did you mess it up?
Yes.
So did you go left or?
So I just when tell the transition, I just see to the other girl.
Oh, okay. So you waited and told the person. Okay.
I wait, but everybody, I think everybody, see that because I doing that. Oh, okay. And when I finish that, I doing in the middle, but I am too young, so I don't have idea about nothing. Mm-hmm. It's just my first show in US and when I done, everybody just tell me, "Oh, congratulations!
You won.
You won the pro car." And me like, what is that? Yeah, this is the real reason. And I call my coach and I tell, I don't know. Everybody just tell me about congratulations, you won your pro car. And my coach is, what? Oh my God. You don't have idea about
I mean, there's
what
some
are you
people.
doing?
There's some people that compete their whole life and they don't. For 10 years and they don't win.
Yeah.
And you win and you're.
And it's only in 8 months, too young. And for me, it's something new, So I start competing in Bikini Pro. I compete for 5 years, but I never won a show.
Okay, so back up a little bit. How the training for bikini? Mm-hmm. Did you do weight training, cardio? I know you have to limit because of your great genetics. Mm-hmm. So how many days a week were you committing to weight training and how many days to cardio?
Nothing. In one point, just doing cardio, just run.
No weights.
No weights, only bands. And this is the reason. And that is too hard.
How many people can say, I'm a pro athlete? What do you do? I do bands and run. That's
bands and run. That's it. Just 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the night.
She's gonna have enemies after this.
I want you to explain to our viewers why you had to limit yourself to band training. Because you got too big, right?
Yeah, too big. And I don't like, doing another category. In this moment, figure.
Yeah, but it was so there was the current division you're in wellness now.
So I don't have option. For me, it's just
bikini or nothing.
Bikini or nothing because I don't like, go to figure. I like more bikini.
And was your nutrition limited also? Like
Oof.
Low calories, huh?
Low calories.
Because listen, I know
all time.
I've been introduced to the Puerto Rican menu. Yes. And that doesn't fit at all with a fitness routine, right?
Yeah.
So how limited were your calories?
I always tell to everybody, I just eat air.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just, wow. It's crazy.
Still to this day.
Yeah, no carbs, nothing.
Wow.
And it was still hard for you to keep the muscle off.
Yeah, too hard. This is the reason I run, because when you run, you lost,
anaerobic.
Yeah. But at this point, I never won. I compete 3 times in Puerto Rico Pro. And the most I doing is 5th place.
5th place.
5th place. Yeah. So this is the reason I just, in one moment, just think, Yarishna, you love training. I love training like a man. I love the weights. I love training my legs. And when I compete in bikini for 5 years, I not training.
No challenge.
No.
No real challenge of like getting
nothing.
with the weights.
I don't feel good. I feel like
Frustrated.
Yeah, in some time. So I just told to my husband, babe, I think it's time to take a break. And just take a break for 3 years and just training like a crazy with Luis legs, but heavy training.
We're going to get into that because we were talking about this. There's a girl doing stiff-legged deadlifts and like with 225, and he said to me, Yarishna does 4 plays. And I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I training hard.
And I just saw you squatting like 405 or something.
No. The
how much?
glute bridge.
Squatting, right?
With 3.
Was it 315?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's ridiculous. You know, it's disheartening for a lot of guys.
I don't think either of us can do that anymore.
We don't try.
I don't even want to try. My back hurt just thinking about getting under 315.
No, I'm strong in my legs. I think because of sports or something.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started training your legs, did they grow real fast?
Woo! Yes, real fast.
What is your favorite body part to train?
Legs. Always.
Do you train your upper body the same way too?
No.
She can't.
Because, just one time a week.
Yeah, just like circuit training.
Shoulders and one time back. Yeah, not too much because wellness, you don't need too much upper body. And for me, my body is like, I don't know, it's so crazy.
So
it's too much or not too much or, you know.
So you saw that, wellness obviously came to the NPC and the IFBB, but for many years it was in South America. So did you ever think about going and trying to compete in those shows back then? No.
I always say to JM or everybody, when you know wellness is coming, because I know I am not the only person, pass for this, not training or nothing, just
hard to suck the body down for a bikini competition. So you migrated from Puerto Rico to Miami.
Yeah.
What year?
Oh, 17? Yeah.
Okay. So I know the culture in Miami, it's more suitable. You have a lot of people from South America and Puerto Rico and whatever, so living there. So how were the gyms in comparison in that transition? Did you find that the gyms were much better than in Puerto Rico? And was that something that really helped your career and helped your motivation every day?
Everything. The gyms better, the
food, like eating out, and I know you probably don't eat out a lot, but the food access.
More opportunities for me in the in the work. So I growing a lot when I moved to Miami.
Like your social media, like you're at, approaching 3 million on social media on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. So when you moved to Miami in 2017, how many people you think you had on Instagram at that point? 1 million or? About 1 million, huh?
Yo creo que tenía 1 millón o estaba llegando.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 million.
So you've grown a lot since.
Were you really active on social media when you're in Puerto Rico, like you are now?
No. Like now, no.
Yeah. And now, do you think being on the TV shows is what helped you grow back then? To get up to 1 million?
It's different people, not just fitness people. When I doing the other reality, Exatlon, from Telemundo, ¿cuánto yo gané? 700?
700,000.
Yes.
Is that what show is that the show you did with Michelle Lewin?
Yeah, the same.
Pull that up, J-Mac. Yeah, she did. I remembered seeing someone else tell me that you did a show. What was that show about?
What
was the show about with you, the one that you and Michelle were on?
It's about 2 teams, the Contendientes and Famosos.
Where was this filmed?
It's one, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. And in this reality, Luis proposed me.
Oh, on the TV show?
Yeah, on the TV show.
Oh, wow.
I look horrible. I remember that.
So
I'm doing a competition with the 2 teams.
Yeah.
And just one girl and one boy, one familiar come to visit after 4 months. No talking,
You couldn't.
yeah, no communication, no cell phones, nothing.
So how shocked were you when he proposed?
Oof.
Very. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yes, of course. Because when I saw Luis is like so nervous. I mean, what happened to you? And everything is like, you know, ¿cómo se dice decorado? Como romantic, whatever. And I just finished one. I just finished one competition.
Going in the mud.
And I go in with bikini, with what bikini? I don't know if I have this video. I go in with bikini, no makeup, my hair horrible. And when I see Luis, it's like 4 months. In 4 months, you know?
Didn't see him,
I mean,
yeah.
like, what are you doing here? And then, Luis just proposed.
Was it the proposal on the TV show? So
On the TV show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's here in YouTube too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
And then when I finished the reality, I think 3 months or 4 months later, get married in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Yes.
Great place.
Yeah.
You know, so many great memories there, right?
Ooh.
Angie?
See, I need to go to Puerto. I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Let's planning. Let's go.
He's been talking about it because we always talk about Puerto Rico as like the ideal place to live because of the
There's tax
Ooh,
reasons.
yeah,
for
there's a
Americans.
tax. It's a huge.
And I think I could live there 6 months out of the year.
No, and everything.
Do you think
Puerto
you'll ever-
Rico is beautiful.
Do you think
the
you ever
people.
move back?
Oh, yeah.
Your family, right? Your family.
Yeah.
You miss it?
Yeah, a lot.
And how often do you visit Puerto Rico? And when do you show up there? How many people like?
This year, not
Excited
too
to
much
see you.
because the COVID.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
my family and the Luis family come to Miami. But
Are you very famous when you go to Puerto Rico?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Because that reality is like
it's the biggest.
biggest. Yeah.
So does that mean that your sister's there? Does she get mistaken for you?
All right, so listen, I want
Everybody
to.
just stop her.
I don't want to like put your
Yeah.
sister on the spot. Okay, she had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
child, right? How many children does she have now? One or several or? Does she have
What?
one child or
2.
Okay,
She have 2.
how many people on social media does she have compared to you? 400,000.
4.
Okay, so
4,
wow.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, because she's makeup artist.
and you guys look exactly alike or not really?
I don't know, because when the people see together, everybody just, oh my God, you look the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Does
Luis,
did
because
she
he's-
train like you? Does she work out like you?
Not as extensive, right? He's laughing
No,
over here.
but she trained. She trained.
Yeah.
If she try, I think she's strong.
Did she come see
like
you at
me.
the Olympia this year? Or
Yeah,
last
she
year?
come
Okay.
every show because
So then
she
we need to
make up
convince
me.
her to come here and compete with you.
I try too many times. The first times I try, the second time I try, she got pregnant for the girl. So she start prep and then I have another baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, she like too much the food. She
We
like
just talked about
pizza.
that.
Nothing wrong with that.
She like pizza. She like Coke. She like
So you don't like
everything.
those things then?
I like, but
You know
it's
what's
another
You
style.
know what's so
you know?
crazy is like, we went to San Diego Fit Expo, right?
Yes.
You were there and you were so strict on your food. We went out that
Yeah.
one night and
Yeah.
we were able to eat
The second
dinner.
night.
And I
You
was
wanted
like,
pasta.
yeah,
Yeah.
you wanted pasta and you're like, I am allowed one. And I was like, okay, she's not prepping for anything at this point. And
Yeah.
you're so disciplined.
because
How necessary is that for you to stay on track? Because he told me you go how many pounds off? Like
mean?
a contest weight
I don't think she's got to lose much weight. How much weight do you have to lose?
for the contest? 5 pounds?
yeah, not
So you
too
But
stay
much.
in
maybe
shape
10
year-round.
pounds, always within 10 pounds of
Yeah.
contest, which is
But I think this is important because, for everything, for work, for the people see you every day. Because if you motivate the people to doing, exercise or eat good, you need doing the example,
Year round.
So I try always to look good. You know, when I feel I lost my abs, baby, I am
She blames you.
yeah, always. I feel like ¿cómo se dice gorda? Como fat. I feel like fat.
Gorto.
You know, it's funny
But-
when we were working on the San Diego, it was like 3 weeks out. She was already like, so I have a cheat meal Saturday night. Like literally weeks before she's letting me know. So what about this place? What about this place? She's screenshotting different, like really nice
and
Italian.
it was a little frustrating because we were trying to find the place and we couldn't remember we were trying to find a restaurant and it was crowded. And, Angie found us a spot and we just were able to eat.
Angie, you are the best.
Yeah. So I love what you just said, though. What you just said is like, I have people that follow me and it gives them motivation. So it shows how in touch you are with your following, your fan base, your supporters.
Yeah.
Like they must DM you and they must send you messages. And it's probably not only the females. You must have a lot of males that actually follow what you do.
Yeah, everything.
Your demographic probably is like, because I have like mostly guys that follow me, right?
Okay.
Very few females, but I would feel like you have a mixture.
Yeah, I have mix.
Because I think with your content that you post, there's so many impressive, like you have impressive lifts and you look so good. And like you said, you stay in great shape. People want to know how you do that. And you're talking about your dedication is like unmatched, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
And also she travels a lot. People nowadays don't travel as much as they did when you were at the top. But compared to the other top people, she's traveling as much as anyone, if not more than anyone. I mean, whether it was 2 weeks ago you were in Virginia for an appearance, the weekend before you were in New Jersey, then you're out here, then we go to California,
then New York.
I'll see you in New York.
Yeah, I see you in New York.
Yeah, we'll be in New York.
Yep, so she'll be there. So it's like she's traveling every week, and she's 5 weeks out from the Arnold, and she's still, and I'm sure at some point you'll go to Pittsburgh.
But it's a lifetime. If you have discipline for everything, you fly and you have your meals and you doing your cardio
it's cementing your legacy in the
Yeah.
business, especially when you carry a singular name, Yarishna. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So the expectations are you're going to be a pioneer for your division.
Yeah, and the people know me. I never post, I doing a shit meal today, and I post everything because the people follow me. Just if Yarishna doing that, I'm doing
can do
too.
it too. Yeah.
And this is the reason I don't share these things, because the people just forgot that that exactly. So yeah, I think it's a lifestyle. You know that because compete and you always doing your meals and your training.
I was talking about that on one of my podcasts. Is like I didn't miss it was like if I had 6 meals a day, I got up early. I treated it like a job. Like I was a contracted athlete, similar to like yourself, where I still got up at 7 a.m. I still got my first meal in. I did what I needed to do, but I ate every 2.5 hours. I did my training. So it was like I punched a clock and I was on time. And that's what made me great, right? And long term, that's what made my career extend so long.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about wellness. We talk about, we had Dan Solomon here, and we're talking about the most explosive division our business has ever seen. And I think the biggest since the male bodybuilding side, wellness has taken over, right? There's so much excitement. And my theory was, I look at you guys and I say, how do these women look like this? Because the lower body, like the proportions, right?
Yeah, it's
the
not
waist, and it's like it's so cool to watch. But it's like, okay, how do they do those proportional things? And we discussed that.
Yeah, because wellness is not proportional. It's just more big your lower body than your upper body. So it's not.
But you still have to have a smaller waist.
You still have to have the tiny waist, and the lines.
And you need the Yeah,
The
the
glutes, you
tiny
need-
waist, the glutes.
Because
but not too many lines.
like for me, like I got huge, but I got huge all over, and unfortunately, like my waist grew too, right? So as
Yes.
my legs got bigger or my torso got bigger, like the waist got bigger. So it's like you have to kind of balance
It's
your
hard,
training
yeah.
in order to, okay, I'm going to work and stimulate certain body parts,
Mm-hmm.
isolate, which is impossible almost to a lot of people. So it's a lot of like functional training where you know what exercises to do.
Yeah.
How are you continuing to advance your body with newer exercises? Are you staying with the same routines? Are you switching it up constantly?
No.
You do the same workout every time?
I doing the same, yeah. I just focus my trainings in my glutes and my legs. Not too much in my legs because now it's too big. So I need focus more on my glutes because of feedback. So I like,
Like, give an example, because I got to see you train legs earlier. Give an example of like what exercise you normally start with, and just give us an example of like
Yeah.
your typical training.
yeah.
Like what she did today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today I start with a warm up for glutes. I do it with bands, and then I just start with glute bridge. Always try to start with the more difficult, because then I feel so tired. So I try to start with the heavy weights, and then just change. Today I doing glute bridge. Then
And she went up to 4
the
plates.
leaf.
Or like 10.
What's that with like the thrust?
No, when you put it on
hip
the-
thrust. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hip thrust.
So 4 plates. I do one on a side.
And he tries to get me.
I
He's
think-
like, we'll be training, and he'll go, let's go do the glute bridge. And we're like, no.
It's not too good.
Because someone's going to be there at the camera and filming.
Listen, I've been training for 30 years. For 20 of those years, no one trained their glutes.
Really?
No one. We didn't have glute machines in the gym that people really pay, besides a butt, like called it a butt blaster. It was like a kickback.
You
thing.
Oh,
push
the
your
butt
leg back.
blaster. Yeah. I
So
know
it
that.
was, but only women used that.
Oh wow.
So today, when I go into a gym and I see every man doing
Yeah.
thrusts, it's a little different. Even the Rock.
Yeah?
Yeah,
We were just
right?
talking about that today.
So
That's
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I never did one until I saw the Rock do it.
Wow.
So I saw the Rock do it, and I said, "We need to do this." So the Rock.
We do it on
influenced
leg
me.
day now.
He's got no butt though.
no.
He's got no
I
butt.
used to. Once I quit
He
training,
would
my
be a
legs heavy, it all
terrible,
went away.
terrible wellness competitor.
Oh, but you are in the same team for my husband.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I always tell my husband, babe, training glutes with me. I mean, like,
And she said the same thing.
Yeah,
She
oh my
said
God.
she set a rule when we
Yeah.
first started dating.
uh-huh.
She said to me, "You can't have a shovel ass," which is like a flat.
See,
So she said, "You're not allowed to get that shovel ass." And I said,
Yeah.
"What the hell is a shovel ass?"
what you have right now.
Yeah, no,
You got grandpa pants. It's like sagging.
Louis, oh my God.
See, we used to call it back ass.
Yes,
So you
'cause
can't
you're-
tell where the back and the ass starts. It's just flat.
But let me tell you. So I told Luis, babe, you need start to training glutes with me because you need butt. You are too flat.
How's it working? Is he training glutes with you?
Luis start with me, and when
Well, he trained arms with me today.
yeah, and when I doing hip thrust, Luis is like start with 1 plate and then change 2 plates and then 3 plates and then see me like I'm not doing that. I mean, and you always like, yeah, more, 10 more, okay, more weight, but when I'm doing it's like no.
You know what Lewis
it's
is?
too much.
He's a gym bully.
Yeah.
He's a bully.
But I don't know. Luis promised me start to training more glutes.
So
I know,
think-
but he's competing. I mean, you do men's physique or
but
men's
need
physique?
glutes.
I know, but he's not for his division. He's in board shorts. They don't show unless he did
Yeah, but when,
classic or.
So this is what you need to do. One of your posts in the future, you need to take a picture of him and post and
Yeah.
and then his progress. You have to
Yeah.
force him to train.
Hey, listen, I'm on your side. Like, You and I we'll figure like once we get done, we'll figure out a routine that works for our glutes. Okay, tell me about your fashion, your family.
Yeah. I was told. So people always, when they talk about you, they always talk about your fashions.
Yeah.
It's a big thing for you. So explain what got you into fashion and what do you want to do with it, and just explain.
Okay, my uncle, the name is Carlos Alberto, is a famous designer for Miss Universe. So I always see that the Miss, the dress, the fashion. So this is the reason I love everything. Inclusive, I doing modeling for like 4 years, I think so. I doing fashion weeks and everything, but I am too short for
They usually want the girls like 5'8".
short and with big legs. So I look more short.
Yeah.
So this is the reason I'm not doing more the modeling, but I love everything about the fashions, the dress.
What do you think of the fashion and the fitness industry?
It needs help, huh?
Yeah.
So are you going to help it or what?
Yeah. I'm planning to doing my clothing line for fashion and jean clothes too.
Do we have a name yet? Or?
Yeah, because I like, go to the gym pretty. The girls.
Yeah, you always have the best outfits.
Yeah, fashion, because if you're doing that 7 days a week, you need to look good.
So what are you going to call it? Just Yarishna? You could.
I don't know.
Just think about that. The one name, like Kobe.
I know.
Jordan.
Kobe.
Shaq.
Jordan, yeah.
Yarishna. See?
Yarishna is like, no, sir. Let's see what happens.
So you have this fashion sense. You like, what I noticed is like, you have all the great body, so you show off the body, and you have these things cut the way that shows your physique the best. Yeah. Do people ask you on your Instagram or whatever, where do you get this?
Always.
Where do you wear this? Yeah.
Always. The jean clothes or dress or whatever. And for everything, for makeup, for hair, because I like everything. I try to, ¿cómo se dice? Aprendí de todo. I learn about everything. Because if I know a person, I doing my makeup, I doing my hair, I doing everything. So I have my twin sister. She is makeup artist, but sometimes she
can't make it.
Yeah, can't make it. So I do it myself.
So we were talking before about wellness. Mm-hmm. So last year was the first time there was a Wellness Olympia.
Yes.
So talk to us about what it was like going to the Olympia and your first ever Olympia experience.
It's crazy because I think because it's my first Olympia, I put a lot of pressure of me. And when I walk on going to the gym or whatever, in the social media, everybody just tell me, oh, you are the first Olympia Wellness, and put much pressure. And I always tell Luis, hey, you think I'm good? And I pressure too much. And I think this is not good for me, for the Olympia. Because it's my first time, I'm doing a lot. Oh my God. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Lo de los atletas? The meet and greet, and then the check-ins, and then the meet to the Olympias and everything. And this night, because the emotions and everything, I don't sleep nothing.
Couldn't sleep.
No. And Luis told me, babe, you need sleep, because if you don't sleep, you don't look good. But I have too much in my mind. Mm-hmm. So I always learn. I told to Luis, babe, I learned that the next time I step on that stage, this is not happen. I just take care every step I doing. I just, think in the prep, not in the other people, not in the interviews or whatever. This is good, but you need to focus. If you're doing that prep so hard, you need to focus on that, not in the people say or whatever. So yeah,
So
I think that the next year is different for me.
So you
This
so
year.
Yeah,
so
this year. Yeah,
So you got fourth at the Olympia.
yeah, for last
Fourth.
year.
At the Olympia, and now you're 5 weeks out from the Arnold right now.
Yes, my
And
first Arnold.
What's the difference between that show and this show now that you think's happening that's gonna make the Yarishna come to this show that you wanted to come to the last show?
I think everything, and I think the people I showed that in the stage. I just talk with the judges about the feedback because I think this is so important. And everybody just tell me, Yarishna, you need focus on your glutes because you have a big legs. And when I saw the other wellness in the Olympia, it's not too big. You know, it's just illusion when you come into stage, and I am really big. So, when I finished the Olympia, at this time I just focus my training in my glutes. So I think this is the most change I present in the Arnold, the glute, because I have a good waist, I have a good legs. I know I have a good presentation because I doing that every, all my life. I doing fitness, modeling, dance, and I feel more confidence when I come into stage, and I showed that. So now, yeah, I just focus in my weak points and no pressure.
What
Yes.
are you doing to take the pressure there? Like, what's the difference?
Like,
now?
are you sleeping?
Are you going to
Oh,
sleep?
yeah.
What are you doing around this prep that's different? That's going to make sure you're calm and you're not going to have the pressure.
In Olympia prep, I sleep. I always sleep 8 hours, but the
Close to the contest.
close to
you
the
put in.
contest, yeah.
Is it always been like that, or just for the every show, or just the Olympia, where you weren't sleeping at the very end?
Just Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I start in Pittsburgh, I got second place, and I feel so frustrated, and because it's my first sports show, my comeback, and I doing everything in that prep. But sometimes this happen for learn.
So you got second
And
at Pittsburgh, and then
second at
1 week later
Pittsburgh.
you did New York.
2 weeks
2 weeks
later.
later, I'm sorry, yeah.
So I have just
14 days.
14 days for make change. So I just focus these 2 weeks in training my glutes, just focus on my glutes. And, I present a completely different package from Pittsburgh.
And you were able to flip-flop the placing with
You beat
Yeah.
Angela won.
Yeah, Angela won
And-
the Pittsburgh, and then 2 weeks later, I
She got
won,
second,
and she
yeah.
got second. So, yeah, this is a perfect sample. You always learn. You always, have something for, be better athlete, be better person. And I think this happened to me when I placed 4 at the Olympia. Everything happened for one reason. So I just
Sometimes losing is good. Me and Jay, I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Sounds bad, but I think Jay getting second for so many years built him up and him up. So when he was at the top, he was ready.
Yeah, definitely. And when you feel that, this is the reason when I tell you everything passed for one reason. You remember when I tell you when I won my first pro car, I know I don't know everything. For me, it's something new. And when I compete again, the last year in the universe, I won the overall. I never won overall in my first time I'm doing the Chicago Junior Nationals.
Yes.
So, and I, 7, 8 years later, you feel better. It's completely different because about this. So yeah.
And you know what else is kind of cool? So even after the Arnold, she's going to compete the next weekend at the Boston Pro.
Oh yeah.
And Jay's part of the Boston Pro
I
too.
I know. Yeah. Every people is that, oh, why you if you qualify to the Olympia, why you still compete at the example at Boston? Because I compete just 1 week in the Arnold and last week is Boston. If I ready, I going.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, the Arnold is a pretty prestigious title. I mean, that's something you must be super excited to
Oh
go
yeah.
after. I mean, this is the first wellness, right?
Yeah, that's the
Arnold,
first
yeah.
wellness. Just 10 wellness.
And how many wellness girls are competing?
10.
You know, just 10.
Just
okay.
10.
An invitation. It's invitation, so.
Yeah, it's invitation. But the top 5 at the Olympia is here. Except the Franciel, the Miss Olympia.
Yeah, listen, it was, you know, for me, I won the Arnold 3 times. This was early 2000s. And, you know, I was placing second at the Olympia, but I was going and winning the Arnold every year. But, you know, and it was a huge deal because Schwarzenegger at that point was still making movies. And so he would basically take a break from the filming to come be at the Arnold. And he was a huge figurehead for it. Not to say that that's not the case now with him being as popular as he is, but it was really, really prestigious, right? It was the second highest paying event comparable to the Olympia. But I loved doing the contest because the whole experience was great. And, you know, I'm very, very fortunate that I was a 3-time winner because I always get disappointed when people say, oh, 4-time Mr. Olympia. You know, there's a lot of Arnold trophies that you can see here sitting over here, right? I mean, I won 3 of those things, and it has a huge place in my career for that. So, you know, it's great that you're getting out there. You're not afraid to compete. So what you're trying to bring to this competition is the illusion of the legs, the glutes, like a little bigger than the leg size is what you're doing. So we talk about illusions, and that's the thing is, you know, listen, you do hold a good amount of muscle, but I think people would be surprised when they see you. A lot of it's proportions, right? I mean, that's the crazy part. And you stay in such great condition. The condition, it brings out all those lines and detail. Mm-hmm. And that's what you thrive off of. So, you know, we're excited to see you up there.
Yeah.
You know, I talked to her about this before. You know, there's a lot of people out there that, whether they're on YouTube or Instagram, and they talk about how you just came out of nowhere and you've only been competing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, and
they don't know. Yeah.
You know, and you know, I see these things and I don't comment on anything, but I told Jay before, and I told you, like, I want you to kind of just talk about, and we've been doing this now, but this isn't something that's happened in the last couple of years.
Oh yeah.
No. So when people say, look at how crazy her transformation was in the last 2 years, it's like, this is a decade.
Yeah.
And you're just seeing the final results now.
Of course.
You know, so,
yeah.
So that's good.
Do you still dance salsa?
Yes.
We just saw a video the other day. Where were you at when you were dancing? You and Lewis were dancing.
Oh, yeah.
How great is Lewis? Are you a great salsa dancer?
I tried to teach Louis, but
he just said he was great.
He goes, hell yeah, and she goes, I'm trying to teach him.
Luis always tell everybody, oh, I am great. I am the best dancer. And I tell, okay, babe, let's dance. And just two, and okay, bye. Babe. So I think this is the reason my sister now is better than me.
So she's better.
Yeah.
She's still doing it more.
She's still.
I mean, it's hard to be 5 weeks out from the Arnold and like, hey, I'm going to go out and salsa tonight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are probably in bed pretty early. You have a set schedule, and I mean, you're traveling a lot, so it's like you're spending weekends away. I mean, you're all the way on a different coast right now, and I'll tell you, if I was in the prime of my thing and 5 weeks out, man, I wouldn't get on a plane and go anywhere. So I give you a lot of credit. We really, really appreciate you coming out here and doing
the last show
podcast.
I do in the Texas last year, I
traveled
like to Dubai 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
She was with us in Dubai
before the show.
Actually, saw her in Reno.
Yeah, in Reno too.
We were in Reno, and then the next week we were in Dubai.
Wow.
So I'm doing my prep 2 weeks before in flight.
There's not many people that are in.
There's no one.
There's no one in demand like that. That every week that somebody wants him, and there are some. I mean, there's some other athletes that are, but they won't do it. they turn it down. And
Yeah.
what makes you, because you could be very successful sitting at home and just on your social media and you can make money that way. What makes you want to say, you know what, I'm going to fly to San Diego just to meet fans. I'm going to fly to Reno. I'm going to fly to New York.
Because I think this sport is not only for show your body in one competition.
On a stage, yeah.
I think you need, share with your fans, going to another place. Maybe I going to Dubai and some people don't have idea about how is Yarishna. But when I come in, the people know that. So I like that. I love talk with my fans.
You have a lot of patience.
Yeah. I just enjoy. Some people is like, in the stand or something. No, I am the person like sometimes Luis is, babe, I gotta go. I mean, like, baby, one more. Just one moment. I mean, babe, you need rest. I mean, like, but I am this person because sometimes, some fans go, oh, I just traveling whatever 5-10 hours to meet you. And if you are, with this face, like, this is not good. So I love that. I think this is part of the sport, and share with the people everything about the sport, the posing, the training. Share that with other people for me is everything. So I feel passionate to doing that.
I wish all the other guys and girls in the other divisions had that same energy you do. Because there's very few that do. And I know some people argue there's very few.
Yeah.
The person that did what you're describing is Jay. He's one of the few that did that, but for 20 years.
Yeah.
And still,
yeah, I know because
so there's times where I'll reach out to different athletes and say, hey, there's this event. And they're like, oh, that's too far. I don't want to go. And I'm like,
yeah,
what do you mean too far? Like this is your livelihood. This is your career.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
a lot of it's great that you are so active with the fans.
Yeah. And and the other thing too, like with social media, when we were talking about before, you comment everything, but you make sure if you have a sponsor, you make sure to give them the attention.
Oh, of course.
And it's not some generic thing. You actually take the effort to make sure that company gets taken care of properly. And
I know jump the company and company.
Yeah.
I just still working with the same people.
Yeah.
I think this is important too, because if you're going to, today I am with that supplements company, and then next week I tell you, oh no, this is the best, and 2 weeks later I'm going to another company. Everybody know this is for money, not for, for the company, for the supplements or whatever.
So how long are you here in Vegas for?
I don't know. I not have for Vegas. I don't know. Maybe
1 week
tomorrow. No, tomorrow is the seminar.
One more day.
The women's seminar, and then going to
Sunday. We go to Temecula.
Yep. I think 2 or 3 days, and then come back to Miami.
And then you go right to New York.
Yes. It's crazy.
Matter of fact, now the more I think about it, I'm like, man, you should have just stayed in California for one more day and just go straight to New York from California.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I'm not supposed to doing that, the seminar, but I always talk with Luis, and Luis tell me, babe, why you not come? I mean, like, really? Okay, let me tell you.
They're going to be so excited to see you there. I started this thing as like just a meet and greet.
Okay.
And then obviously I promote shows alongside of Steve Weinberger in Massachusetts. We're partners on the shows. So, and he's also part of the Boston Pro. He's running the Boston Pro, right? So we have this thing in his gym where we go in the boxing ring and the fans come in. It's a free event. And I know these fans are going to be so excited. You just were out in Jersey not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
And I know that event was really huge success.
2 weeks ago.
Like, it's going to be packed, and you can have so many fans there, so it's going to be super exciting.
Oh, my God. And
I might have to go now.
It's a really cool thing, and Steve really appreciates it. I mean,
I just tell to Steve, I going to
He
the.
must have been excited when you told him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I doing that, and then just
That's it, right?
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
No more traveling.
no
Well,
more
that's
traveling.
like that's like
Yeah.
what?
It'll be 3 weeks out from
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's not the first time I'm doing that.
Could you imagine you back when you were competing?
No, you know why I couldn't do it? Because of the food.
Yeah.
The amounts of food, like it's so hard to eat, 12 ounces of meat and like whatever, 2 cups of rice every meal. Like you can't, the Tupperware containers have to be this big to
You just
carry
can't fit
each
'em.
meal. So
Yeah, for
when
guys,
you
it's
travel on the
hard.
plane and, like back then, like we didn't have meal prep, like you didn't have like the trifectas or anything like that. So it was like, we had to, go to a grocery store, like manage it, go to like the kitchenettes were harder to get then, like a
Wow.
place with a kitchen and, getting into the groove, finding a gym where you're in that. Like the thing for me is like the hardest thing is when you travel, like how do you adapt to the gym? But you said like, okay, the weight training is not like crazy. Like for me, I had to be intense every day and go in and pound the heaviest weights. And I had to be in that zone. And I was always afraid like the flying and everything with the heavy weights would, it would increase my chance of an injury, right? With the dehydration and everything. So that's why I limited a little bit. I needed to zone in and I didn't want anything to throw me off.
Okay. Yeah, for guys, it's more hard than women's because I
She's
eat
saying
like
that to be nice.
No,
right
no,
now.
I think it's
No.
all
No,
I
no.
think it's all difficult, especially like, as I got more on a level, like you're at that level, right? I mean, your expectations are to win this contest. You were top, 5, even better than last year at the Olympia. So it's like, you're right there. You're like the biggest star coming into this thing. So it's like, your expectations, it's a lot of pressure, like you said, on yourself. So,
but not now.
okay.
I feel
You're
good
ready,
now.
you're ready.
Yeah, I just in my pre Olympia, I focus too much in the social media, and I think this affect too much me.
He says you're having fun. He just told me.
Yeah, now I just feel fun. I don't care if somebody talk about me, whatever. I just focus on my prep, focus on my presentations or seminars or whatever, and that's it. That's it. Just a positive and
It's a good way to be.
yeah.
So not many people can do that. A lot of people have to. Social media can
Yeah.
get them because they'll see pictures and they'll read the comments and this girl shouldn't win. This
Yeah,
girl should win,
yeah.
and then you start questioning yourself.
Yeah.
But no, like just have fun.
Yeah. Just have fun.
So just
and
go win the
enjoy.
Arnold. No big deal.
Yeah, no big
Go
deal.
win Boston.
No, I
and
just
then you get
training-
one cheat meal.
probably because my anniversary, the wedding anniversary is March. When I compete in what?
Boston's the 12th.
Boston,
The 12th. All right. So plans. What are you guys gonna do to celebrate after this season? You plan to do these contests, okay? And then are you taking a break
Yeah. A little break.
until the Olympia?
No.
Oh.
I do in New
we
York.
don't.
Pro. Oops.
Is this an announcement? Wow.
Yeah. I do in New York.
Steve
Pro.
Weinberger, you hear this? She's coming. She's coming. Did you
Steve
tell
know
him
that.
yet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Steve know that.
So you're not stopping.
No,
Wow.
I know.
That means we have to go to New York Pro.
Breaking news. I am going. Angie, we just talked about this because I actually have an Aries for Patrick that Aries
Okay.
on that day in Jersey,
Oh.
and I'm going to pop over to the New York Pro that evening, and I'm going to watch you.
Win.
Woo!
Get your
Win
third
another
win of the
title.
year.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
It's
Yeah.
the 21st of May.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angie will be there. We'll all be there cheering you on, so you have to come.
Yep.
Of-
See, I was
of
thinking I could
course.
sit home this year. Now I have to go everywhere.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
listen, like we said, we appreciate you coming out. Congratulations on all the success with
you.
everything that you do. Congratulations. We're excited to see the clothing line,
Yes.
and we can't wait for that. And, of course, all your success in the competitions, all your fans on social media that follow you on Instagram and all your videos and everything. It's great. We look forward to having you back again. And, once again, I hope you have an amazing trip here. And I know you guys are venturing to California to experience that. And I'm wishing you the best. Thank you.
And we're going to have you come back on Monday after the Olympia.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Why are we going to have you come on Monday after the Olympia?
Here?
Yeah.
To doing another interview?
But why? But what are we going to be calling you after that interview?
Oh yeah, of course. No, but first, Arnold.
You're so humble.
I'm giving you a chance to
No.
So Monday after the Olympia, we're going to go on the calendar and put Miss Wellness Olympia,
Okay.
Yarishna.
Yarishna.
Just like Shaq and Kobe.
We love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for everything. I'm so happy to be here. Now I'm going to doing my second cardio. So, it's a long day for me.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.